Hey guys, we're Time 6. We're back watching The Vampire Diaries. This is Season 2, Episode 6, Wheel Inside the Wheel. If you enjoy our videos, make sure to leave a like, comment down below your thoughts, and remember to subscribe for future uploads. You can also check out our Patreon page where you can get early access and the full uncut reactions up to 6 episodes ahead. Link is going to be down below. Help support the channel by checking that out, and let's get started right away.
You know, I've always wanted children of my own.
Then go. Have your Viking children.
Viking?
It's been almost a full year and I'm still not with a child. I fear I'm cursed.
You come to me needing favors. If you hadn't abandoned your talents with witchcraft, you could help yourself.
I was never as strong as you, I know that. You are my sister, and whatever our quarrels, we are bound by blood.
What you ask of me, it requires a heavy sacrifice.
Oh God.
Uh-oh.
I will do whatever you ask.
You don't mean that.
Wait, is this an origin for something?
My precious
927?
little Esther.
Esther!
This is Esther. Oh.
Hell no.
Huh? This guy's gonna become Jesus, yo.
Tell the other wolves to come and have a look and see what happens to traitors.
The creature he would one day grow up to be. He'd have leapt into my arms and begged me to save him. I'd do anything for that little boy, as I would you.
Oh!
What, bro?
Wow, is this Ben?
What?
Was that halal?
I think she's making him weak. Bro, that is hollow.
No, she didn't say the...
No, she did.
She did.
That was.
She was
fair.
singing.
Yeah,
She did?
Yeah, she did.
I didn't even hear it. What the
No,
fuck?
no.
You're joking.
No, she did.
It's halal.
Fuck you.
Now look, if we can save Oliver, then we might be able to find out where Elijah is.
Okay, so what do you want from us?
Just a little distraction. Esther's son Finn, he's the one that's controlling the werewolves. If you can keep him out of the way, I can go get Ollie myself.
You can't take on all those wolves by yourself. You'll get killed, and then I'll get killed for letting it happen.
I'm not going in alone. The werewolves may be answering to the witches, but they still have an alpha. I just have to find him.
Is that Jackson? No.
Wait, so now Jackson's Alpha again? Wasn't last season? She was in charge.
Yeah.
no.
Bro, this power dynamic makes no sense.
The rest of his family, I wouldn't say has a healthy dynamic, so I guess I just feel a professional obligation to help him.
Cammy, this is a person whom you've described as being dangerous.
Not to me.
I don't want you to put yourself in a position where he can harm you.
I know it's your job to give me advice, but can we save the shop talk? I mean, it is happy hour.
You're right. Now is not the time. Bartender, I'll have a whiskey, neat, and for the lady a Sazerac, 2 spoons of honey.
I'm helping him find his way. But not to worry, I'll return him to you. I'm in the process of making Elijah into the man he was meant to be.
Damn.
And I intend to do the same for you. Even as Haley carried your child, as Rebecca and Elijah sought to defend you, your thoughts were focused only on your conquest of the quarter. Tell me, how did that go?
I'm sorry, is this some sort of motherly critique? Please feel free to choke on it.
I mention your failures only to make a point, my dear. You've endured several lifetimes of misery. Never mind the suffering you've caused others, even to your own blood. You yourself remain trapped in a perpetual state of despair. I have come to offer you a means to escape that cycle.
And that's about all the hypocrisy I can take. The truth is, you're no better than Michael. And like him, you seem to have crawled back from the grave simply to ruin your own children. The destroyer has risen, brought back to kill me by the witch Davina. Surely Cole has revealed everything to you. Or his
Oh.
mother's law.
Oh, he's bro. This guy's the snitch.
Yeah.
The narc.
Vincent Griffith has no other academic credentials. And according to my Uncle Kieran's big book of New Orleans bloodlines, Griffith is a family of witches.
Oh, it's worse than that. Your therapist has a 1,000-year-old dead vampire inside of him named Finn Michelson.
My advisor is Klaus's brother?
Yeah.
Oh, God, Marcel. He came into Rousseau's today asking questions about Klaus and ordered my favorite drink like he's been watching me.
Oh yeah, favorite drink.
Why?
Or maybe to use you as bait for a trap. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Either way, you're done with that guy.
No. I'm just getting started.
Oh God.
If Michael has returned,
She has a Matt syndrome.
No, she's worse than Matt.
Yeah.
that a joke?
you reject me out of hatred. But I have something stronger. I have the truth about your father. Not Michael. Your real father.
Oh, okay. Let's hear this.
The werewolf
This is
father.
interesting. Yeah.
Stop!
Stop! It's my wife.
I see you met my friend Hansel.
You know her?
Yeah, actually, I do. She was supposed to be my wife.
This guy still had that.
I mean, that is what she was supposed to be.
You turned us all into monsters. You cursed me, denied me of my hybrid nature. You lied about my father.
It's that one above all. You killed me because I kept you from ever knowing your true father.
My hatred for you runs so deep it's difficult to pinpoint its origin.
Oh God, damn.
Maybe I hate that I am the product of a whore's lechery.
Damn! Watch that, boy.
Oof that.
Dirty mouth.
Treachery and lechery.
Made me what I am.
And not once have I ever regretted the love I had for your father. And you have never known the truth of how that love came to be.
Okay.
Of what happened in the months after Michael and I lost your sister Freya to the plague.
So witches can't battle the plague.
Damn.
Yes.
Guess that's the limit.
Jack, whatever you
Makes
and
him
your
what?
friend think of me, my kind is the wolves. Even if they did pledge allegiance to a witch, all that means is they need an alpha. Ollie needs one too.
The thing is, Ollie betrayed me. He plotted with the Carreras. He spilled his own
He
people's
was trying
blood.
to make up for that.
It doesn't matter. Witches have him. He's dead.
You don't want to be the alpha? Fine. I'll save Ollie myself. But you got a problem, old man.
I have no love of vampires, but I will not allow a wolf to be killed by witches.
Oh, the old
At least
ways.
someone's interested.
Wow.
This is why you're never getting married.
And this is why
Fucking guy.
he joined
No duty.
the Man Scouts.
His despair would drive us apart. And that's when I saw him for the first time. Your father. I'd never seen a man like him. Powerful, yet wise, but loved by his people. And because Michael had chosen to leave me alone in his grief, shunning me from his life, I found myself drawn to another.
So what? You're gonna spy on a witch with a 1,000-year-old grudge match against Klaus? I'm not gonna let you go anywhere near that guy.
I can handle myself.
Okay, I get it. You're mad at the guy, and you want to get even.
It's not about getting even, Marcel. Look around. Everything in this room, this is my family's legacy. And if I had just embraced it the first time around, I could have uncovered Francesca Guerrera's secret. And the wolves would never have taken over the quarter, and Klaus's baby would still be alive. So don't tell me not to get involved.
When I learned I was with child, I went back to Michael. I told him I was having his baby. He showed no joy, but neither did he suspect the truth. When you were born, it renewed his spirits. We had Cole, Rebecca, Henrik. Because of you, we were a family again.
Family.
Family built on secrets and lies.
Yeah.
Oh, you were my
And
secret
infidelity.
joy. And to protect your secret, I denied you a life with your father. But what if I could make up for all that? By
The
curing
eyebrows.
you of this
Yeah, what the
sickness
hell?
that's infected your soul. Whereas I put Cole and Finn into the bodies of a witch. You I shall.
Yo, she gotta chill with the eyebrows.
Wolf, so you can live out your days as what you were always meant to be.
What could possibly make you think I would agree to such a thing?
With mortality, you could start over. You could have a family of your own.
Oh my God.
Happiness, peace, all the things you long been denied.
His face.
Tell me where Elijah is, or I will kill you. In this body or any other you choose to jump into from now until bloody Armageddon.
I had hoped there was some part of you that yearned for an end to your vicious ways. But if you are determined to perpetuate the cycles of violence to which you have become accustomed, well then, I'll have to accommodate you.
Is he getting chained up too now?
She was doing good, but now she has the Hermione eyebrows.
Oh, that's a hunter? Is that the father?
That's the guy, no?
No. But it almost looks like Michael Michelson. I guess that's his father.
Oh, yo. Yeah.
It would have to be.
Oh.
Right?
Wait a sec.
Wait, so this old man, is he...
That's his dad?
It is time.
Time for what?
You said you wanted Elijah. He's sleeping, chained to the wall of a tomb in Lafayette Cemetery. I've lifted the spell that hides him. You are free to take him home. Every single thing I've said to you tonight is the truth, Niklaus. Whether you choose to believe it is up to you.
You know, the problem here is that we know these two are not getting recast. So it's never gonna happen.
Right.
Yeah.
How would you diagnose my friend Klaus, if I may ask?
Well, he's clearly depressive, low self-esteem, paranoia, impulse control. Wouldn't you agree?
A lot
got
of it's
it all.
beyond me. Too much history I don't know. Like, all the stuff with his siblings.
Being too direct here.
In one of our first sessions, you mentioned that you don't get along very well with your brothers. Do you stay in touch with them? Am I prying? I'm totally prying.
All this talk about
Oh, he knows.
family
Okay.
when you so recently scolded me about boundaries.
Just searching for coping methods.
Take your friend out the back. Move as fast as you can.
Oh, this guy moves like an alpha. He should be the pack leader.
I mean, I keep badgering you with my dumb questions.
Your questions are quite smart. They're just personal. And your interest is unexpected.
I think you're going to tell me to stop spending time with Klaus.
Kenna, you're an intelligent woman. You're articulate, poised. I think you can tell for yourself what's best.
You know, sometimes I ask myself why I let people like Klaus into my life.
There we go.
Oh, really?
Jeez! Louise!
Is that a werewolf or a vampire? Damn.
Why don't you just let us go and we can call it a day?
No, I don't think so.
Then we do this the hard
Damn,
way.
someone's going crazy with the fog machine.
I know I ain't innocent, but I never lost sight of what I was fighting for. We were gonna be a pack. But now, we are turning on each other, killing your own people. We do that, we're nothing.
That sounds like a death speech.
Facts.
Is he dying? No?
What?
Really?
Well, Oliver does have the 6 speeches on deck. Every single time.
Since when?
Every single time, bro.
What the fuck are you talking about?
What time?
He's always been an olive. Damn, yo, he's like... Oh, is there a connection here?
Father.
The face.
You.
Oh shit!
It is.
Yep.
Nicholas?
No, no.
You're not real.
Nicholas.
No! You're a phantom conjured by Esther, that is all you are. Mother! Stop this charade!
Charade.
I know that thing
Damn.
is not real.
Look at me, Nicholas.
I am your father.
You've been dead 1,000 years.
Through that time, I lingered on the other side,
Oh.
watching you let the world fall
Oh.
apart.
That explains it.
Until I woke. 4 moons passed in a land of wolves like myself.
No, no. No, you're just in my head. You're an illusion, meant by my mother to sway me to accept her bargain.
I do not speak for Esther. I know nothing of her bargains.
Or her treachery.
Or lechery.
But you are my son.
Damn! Okay, this is exciting.
For all I care, you can crawl back to hell.
Yeah, right.
Wait, why?
He's just in his emotions right now.
No, this is the first cool character we've seen in so long.
Facts.
To be honest, not the worst date I've had in the city.
Yeah, it seemed like you had him wrapped around your finger by the time I left.
More than that, Vincent, Finn, whoever he is, I think he likes me.
I don't know if I'd call that good news.
Don't you get it? I'm his blind spot. If he's distracted, he's vulnerable.
He's
which
behind
means
you.
I can help take him down.
Yeah.
Oh, he's dying.
Ollie.
Did Esther put something in his...
The witches.
Yeah.
Ollie.
They said he only had
Jeez.
until midnight.
Stay with me.
You promised
She has all the
me
leverage.
Elijah's safe return. Or was that a lie? Just like that ghoulish atrocity outside claiming to be my father back from the dead.
Your father's return is real. I pulled him from the other side before it collapsed. Left him in the bayou to join the wolves. And I used the execution of one of his own to draw him here, where I knew he'd find you.
To what end? Besides my torment.
I brought him here to be the father you never had. To teach you to become the man you always longed to be.
Oh, this could be so interesting.
Remade as a werewolf, you can join him. This offer is your last chance at salvation. Reject me now, and you will live out your endless days unloved and alone.
A pure and perfect hatred that's greater now than the day I first took your life.
Why? After all I've done to explain to you, why must you persist?
Because you came for my child! My
That's facts.
daughter!
Damn.
Your own blood!
You don't understand.
My child!
Now she does that.
Not this time. Not this time.
You declared war when you came after my family.
Bodies.
And for a price, I granted your wish. Now I must collect.
When Michael returns from his journey, I swear.
You will tell him Freya grew ill and died.
Oh!
You were forced to burn her body to stop the spread of plague.
Sister,
Oh,
please,
fuck.
I cannot give up my child.
You've already offered me more than just this one child. Our bargain was for this firstborn, and every firstborn of each generation that is to come.
What?
As long as your line shall last.
If you take my daughter, I swear to you, I will return to the black arts. I will grow in power as a witch, and I will make you pay!
Your power is nothing against mine. Foolish girl. You knew the bargain you made. And should you defy me, then I will take all your children, including little Finn.
Finn!
Including Finn!
Damn.
Wait, so is she alive somewhere?
That would be
Or did he
sick.
kill her?
That would be
did she
sick.
kill her?
Yeah.
She did.
He's a fool. Your actions saved this family. If that child had lived,
Dahlia would return.
Oh.
Oh, so.
Oh, that, yeah.
They found out.
And she would come for us all.
My
Okay, so
God.
Villain on top of a villain, no?
finally the stakes are
Yeah.
like...
The steak is well medium.
Shut the fuck up.
Medium rare, dog. What?
No. I'm mad at you.
After that, no.
Okay, thanks for watching the reaction portion of the video. Make sure to stay tuned for the discussion. If there's any part of the episode that we weren't able to keep in the YouTube edit, click the link down below for the full uncut reaction over on Patreon, and let's discuss now. Okay, what was this called? Wheel Inside the Wheel. This definitely favorite episode of the season.
That's fair.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
because I feel like all these other episodes, like, yeah, shit's happening and like people are fucking around, but at the same time, everyone's just, they're also just like floofing about, you know?
Yeah.
Like nothing actually is happening in like the grand scheme of things. But now, bro, now they pulled me in, so.
Now we have a grand scheme.
Yeah, for sure. Favorite moment? Obviously the Freya twist, the Dahlia twist, and fucking Anson. Yeah. He is my favorite character already, and he barely had 4 lines. So, that just says it all. Least favorite? I don't think I have one. If I have one, I'd have to like nitpick something. So, yeah.
Even what's her name? Forgot her name.
Haley?
Haley. Even Haley was fine this episode. She actually did something good. Like she was trying to find the alpha. She found the alpha.
Yeah, she wasn't overly annoying.
Yeah.
Cammy, she still talks a lot, but not overly annoying. Marcel was good.
Marcel.
He was
The
good.
babysitter.
I mean, he had a good little fight scene.
Yeah.
Finn was great, as he always is.
We used to hate
Esther,
Finn.
well, the old Finn, yeah.
Yeah.
Esther and Klaus, that was great. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Even if I want to nitpick something, it's hard.
Yeah. My favorite scene was like near the ending where Esther and Klaus were, fighting, and he said, "You came after my daughter," That's how you know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Things got
I'm gonna add
serious.
that to mine too. Yeah.
So it's crazy to see that. Least favorite, I don't even have one for this. It was pretty well
Yeah,
done.
that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite was probably the flashback about Dahlia and Freya. I mean, that's insane, dude. I knew something was wrong. I do wonder if they when they're coming up with the story, is this based on books? No, right?
The Vampire Diaries is. I don't know about this.
Yeah.
I think this is just like spin-off.
Yes, they made this shit up, dude. Holy shit.
But you know what's funny? Because during the episode, I questioned the whole thing. Like, oh, a witch can't deal with the plague? Because you'd think they could.
Exactly, yeah.
But this explains it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. It does. I don't have a least favorite. Also, that house scene about his child that was really good because his child
super
was not
deep.
even dead. But the fact that she came after the child is.
I mean, that's more than enough, yeah.
Yeah.
She speaks about family, but you came after his family.
But then we learned the other thing
Yeah,
after.
well,
so-
why she did that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that too.
My favorite part of the episode, I think it has to be Esther's overall grand scheme. It's kind of brilliant. So she happened to bring back Klaus's father before the collapse of the other side, so that she could try and encourage him to pursue this life with the father as a werewolf, which in turn he would then have to convert back to a human. Because he'd be like a human, not a human, but a werewolf.
Wait, he would just be a werewolf, or would he be a witch werewolf? Because he's
A
still
witch
half
wolf?
a witch wolf. 'Cause
Is
he's
he-
still half Esther, right?
You can be.
He's not a witch right now,
You can
though.
be a witch and a.
Right now he's
Bro,
just
she
a-
can make it, bro. Witches can do anything. They
Yeah.
can make it happen. She
But I
literally
think
created vampires out of nothing.
But I think she's trying to get rid of everything, right? And make them all
Except
human.
for witches.
Except for witches. Okay, so in that case, yeah, then he might be a witch werewolf. But yeah, just the fact it's brilliant, I just love her scheme. As for my least favorite moment, I guess it would have to be. I guess it's Cammy's misplaced confidence. It's I just don't buy it. It's working so far, and until it doesn't work, then I'm in the wrong. But I don't know. I just don't really. I don't get it. I mean, yeah, she has that room with all the knickknacks, but that doesn't enable her
Knickknacks.
to be a power on par with the vampires and these other supernatural forces.
Yeah.
I just don't buy it.
Yeah, that's something that's always gonna irk me, and the problem is, the show's always gonna make it work, because for some reason they just want to fucking ride this character out.
And by the way, that has absolutely nothing to do with her being human. Because let's look at Father Kieran, for example. He was also
No, I think it
human.
is to do with human because, let's compare those two. Father Kieran was never over arrogant, He knew his place, and yeah, he would do these little fucking dealings to try to weasel into a better scenario, just playing moves on the chessboard, right? That's what he would do, but he never just fucking walk into a room like he's the biggest guy.
Never.
That's just stupid. That's how you die.
But even then,
He's actually done that before, but he was
Has he?
put in his place.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right.
So,
yeah, he did it a couple times.
He did it. No, I think that was the first time the Klaus showed up.
Yeah.
So he overestimated the original.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah.
But even then, humbled right away.
But all of that to say, with Father Kieran, given his experience and his position, I can believe him, and I can believe his words, and I believe his authority. Right? With Cammy, I do not.
Yeah, that's
at all.
another thing. He has decades of
work
of experience which he could stand behind to have any authority.
Yeah.
You know.
She's brand new to the scene, and she's apparently already like super in tune with everything, and we're supposed to believe that.
And here's the thing: if she gets humbled, then bring it up.
Yeah.
And call me out on it, because I'm saying it now. She's not gonna get humbled.
She won't get humbled because she has a lot of support behind her.
Yeah,
She
from the
has
writers,
fucking
not
Mark.
from the actual
Yeah.
logic.
Yeah.
It just seems like the writers want to prop her up for some reason. I don't know why. So, boo.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
the other, we got to talk about this because Haley has been very mediocre this season, I think.
Honestly,
And even like most of last season, she was mediocre. But this season specifically, it's just like you don't want her on screen. But I think she did good here because, well, mainly because Jackson is a little shit. And she called him out, rightfully so. It's like, Anson was being a man. What the fuck are you doing?
Facts.
100%.
fair enough.
Fucking brooding beside the fire?
Yeah.
He doesn't deserve this, man.
He doesn't
Being
at all.
The alpha. Don't you have to earn that?
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Now I know my least favorite. Oliver.
Oh, him telling him that he should be the alpha.
I guess it was a nice moment for the fucking bros, but was it really? Because he just lied to his face. He's not the alpha. The minute you ditch your fucking pack or your pride, if you're a lion, the minute you ditch, you're not the alpha anymore.
You're a deserter.
Yeah.
True.
So how is Jackson the alpha?
Because apparently they're all such freaking losers that even when he's deserted, even when he's a deserter, he's still like the most important person because they're so useless and anonymous.
I don't think they understand what alpha means. I think they just fucking need a leader and they'll just go with anyone.
They're a bunch of sheep.
Yeah, they're not wolves. But speaking of alpha, Anson has that energy.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't have to say anything. He was just staring. Yeah.
It's like what Kyle said. All the dads have this, like, you know,
Not all the
special
dads.
characteristics.
Not all the dads.
They're
All
like
the
very-
papas.
All the papas.
Because you can't leave out Papa Tunde.
Papa Tunde too.
Exactly.
Yo, Papa Tunde.
Exactly. What the
fucking
fuck?
Michael said.
Yeah, they're all great.
And
though.
so yeah.
Great.
Papa.
Yeah, like if I was to do a character ranking right now, Anson's at the top. Even though
Well,
he's
like,
had 10%
wait.
of the screen time.
Yeah.
this
No,
season.
he's a safe bet. You can put your money on him.
No, I
He'll
wouldn't.
make
I
good
wouldn't say that.
decisions.
I think the show's gonna ruin him.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Yeah, bro, you know what they're gonna do?
Yeah.
They're gonna play this whole fucking thing where he's trying to bond with Klaus, and then he gets super oversensitive, and then like he loses everything that makes him like a hardened man. You know?
Ah.
Like you know that's coming.
His established
Or
moment-
he dies.
That might be
Or
the
he
thing.
dies.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, if I'm wrong, then say it when it happens. But right now, he's at the top for me. Just his vibe is on point.
100%.
It's too soon for me to say that, but I do like his start. Like,
I like
this
his
is a
demeanor.
good introduction.
Yeah,
for
very
me,
good
the demeanor.
introduction.
Yeah.
If the demeanor can sell me, then bro.
Yeah. Honestly, I just want to get into that Dahlia stuff, man.
No, is there anything else? We can talk about Oliver's death.
Okay.
Ollie.
They tried to redeem him, but I'll just ask any of you.
No.
Did you feel anything?
Nothing.
Nope.
Absolutely zero.
I felt a little bit bad.
No.
Only
Really?
because, like, I always thought about Oliver and Jack. I don't like Jackson. That's very apparent.
But I always
that's
like
very
Jackson
clear.
more than Oliver. That's the thing.
Agreed.
Oliver has better speeches.
Agreed.
Than
No,
Jackson.
agreed. But here's the thing.
Am
I
I?
like-
What speeches?
He had a couple speeches. Remember when you
What are you talking about?
didn't he do a speech when the things blew up, bro? That was him.
Yeah.
What? Which,
When the fucking tents and shit
He
blew
had
up.
a speech.
He's always the guy that comes in with the speeches like, guys, we are the ones that
We must
need to
band
come
together.
Oh, I know what
together."
you're saying.
Yeah,
The
you know?
battle
Future
cry.
of
Yeah,
Asgard.
there's been like 3
Oh.
speeches from the guy, you know?
I
like-
want to call that a speech, but this is what we had. This episode, that was a
Yeah.
speech. Yes.
My point is, I don't like them as individuals, but I like their dynamic together. I like the whole the bro thing they got going on. So it's sad when one of the bros dies, you know?
No, I agree with that. Like that is what the show was going for. But for me personally, it didn't work because I don't care about either. And just because he's sorry doesn't mean he's redeemed, in my opinion.
No. I agree with you there, but I feel like let's say Oliver did survive, I think that him and Jackson would become friends again. Maybe not
No, I think it's
immediately,
possible.
but
Yeah,
I think
no.
they would. And for
I
that
think
reason,
it's possible, but I'm talking about like the scene, the way it plays out,
yeah.
the way the writers write it, and then they add the sad music as if I'm supposed to feel bad.
Yeah.
Like I didn't. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, but and I don't blame you for that. Honestly, I don't think that we had enough from Oliver to actually feel bad. If you were like me and you felt bad, it's only because of the loss of that dynamic. Only because Jackson's such a shitty character. The only reason why I would want to look at him is because Oliver is close to him.
I think I would have shared your opinion, but the minute Anson stood up and Jackson didn't, any respect I had for Jackson was lost. Because I actually didn't mind Jackson before this. Like I was like, okay, he's fine. He's a character. It's weird that Haley's always calling the shots, but okay, because they always say that he's alpha, but then she always
Yeah,
that's the problem.
That is
It's
a problem. Yeah.
You can't take him seriously. I would love to, but I can't because he just gets walked over all over by everyone at every interval. Like
I don't buy him as alpha. That's the
he's
thing.
the biggest pushover ever, and he's not even just a pushover. He's a placeholder. He just secures the title, and he gets maneuvered around. Look at it this way. He's about to become the alpha, not even on his own terms.
He's being sought out
because Haley needs him to for her agenda to work out. That's how much of a loser he is.
Oh, that was I thought that like he could have gotten the position because he was needed. But yeah, it was just a.
It's literally just a suit.
She just wanted Elijah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did she really care about Oliver? She wanted Elijah, yeah.
So Jackson's a loser.
He is a loser. I liked him better than season 1.
All right, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Wait, is that it?
This
guy's fucking like itchy. Yeah.
Well, there's Marcel, but
Yeah,
the girl got
Marcel,
bit and she's
the girl.
cool.
I don't really care about
The
that.
girl comes in, saves him.
All these donkeys.
She's super strong.
Aiden and his goons let Oliver go.
Oh my
yeah.
god, they're such losers. That's why. Hold on. That's exactly.
That's why they're sheep, right?
That's why they're sheep, and
The
that's why
following-
Jackson can waltz back in there and be the alpha because they're literally just losers.
I mean, Oliver could have been alpha for like 20 minutes.
He pretty much was.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're not. Oh my god.
And then, I mean, no, she's a hybrid, so they're not going to take her seriously, right?
Mm-hmm.
The werewolves literally just need a leader. It doesn't matter who it is.
But not a hybrid.
If it's Jackson.
So no Haley.
Yeah, no Haley, but if it's Jackson, okay. If it's the witch, okay. If it's Oliver for 20 seconds, okay. They just need someone.
Okay, so now let's go to the good stuff. The meat of the episode.
Yep.
So, we can talk about this in 2 ways.
Go deep
We can talk
into
about the
lore.
flashback, we can talk about the whole Klaus and Esther dialogues. Let's start with that. Actually, let's start with the first flashback. So, she is having trouble conceiving.
Yeah.
Apparently, we don't know if it's confirmed, but she believed that she was cursed because she left her witch coven or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the sister made a deal with her.
Yeah, she's like, I'll make you fertile. However,
I'll make you fertile.
However, you have to
Fertile.
give me the firstborn of every generation.
And we're assuming that, like,
Lords.
because like you're thinking, why would someone even ask that? But I'm assuming like that's like a sacrifice to get more power, right?
That's what she said. She said
It's always about power.
She said she needed a sacrifice. So those are her exact
When
words.
someone makes a deal with you,
I thought that was to make her fertile.
It's
But
always a.
no, when someone makes a deal with you and their condition is we have to sacrifice something, never say yes. Ask what the sacrifice is first.
well, she knew
before-
what the sacrifice was.
Well, she told her right away.
Yeah, she, like the whole like the end scene was Dahlia telling Esther like, this
got
is
it.
what we agreed to.
Yeah.
You know that I was gonna take your firstborn of each generation. She said
I thought that she
didn't
knew
say it.
that it's a
Yeah.
sacrifice, but I'm gonna tell you later.
That
Okay,
could be-
maybe.
Okay, it could be that,
Yeah.
but the way I read the scene was
Okay.
that she was repeating what the original terms of the agreement were.
No, I thought it was like,
Oh
oh,
my
surprise! The
gosh.
sacrifice is your firstborn.
No.
No, but
That's
like,
what I
no, because here's the
It
thing.
could be that.
That
I think
makes
it's-
I think I get it.
That makes a huge difference on how I read the scene
Yeah, I know, right?
and how I perceive Esther. Because if it's what you're saying, then Esther gets a pass. But if it's the way I read it, where she knew the whole deal, bro, everything that's ever happened in the history of everything is Esther's fault.
It's true.
I have a massive
right.
theory.
Go ahead.
Okay. So, if you're Esther
I'm not, thankfully.
and you make this deal with your older sister because you really want to have kids, And the deal is that the firstborn of every subsequent generation is offered to your older sister as a sacrifice, even long after you're dead. Right? Now you have your kids, because you can make whatever deals you want. The kids aren't there. You're willing to sacrifice whatever because you really want to have the kids, right? So you sign up, you sign the deal at the bank for the shitty loan that you'll never be able to pay back. However, you need it in the moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now she's got the loan. Now she has the kids. She's not ready to part with them, okay?
Yeah.
So what do you do if you're a mother who's involved in witchcraft and you don't want your family to suffer from the hands of your sister's curse anymore?
Okay, I know where you're going. Normally you'd say killer, right?
Normally you'd say killer,
But-
or you make it so that your children can't have children.
Which is the vampire.
Which is the vampires.
Ah.
So that way
That makes
you're
sense.
effectively curbing the curse. And you only have to lose the one child, which is the only one that she'll be lost. And therefore you're effectively culling the curse moving forwards.
Okay, I don't hate that, because that's actually a very valid
It makes sense.
motive to do what she did with the vampire stuff.
Exactly.
But it's kind of a retcon because she did it when she lost her other kid, so it was kind of like out of grief to make them like immortal or whatever, right?
But I think this is her.
Like, yeah, you
dealing
could
with the
mask this.
situation.
You could mask that with this,
Hmm.
but I feel like it's kind of a retcon.
I would agree, but I feel like, again, if she has to, because again, there's her signing up for the lease and there's her actually having the money. And I think once you have the money, that's when the argument changes.
So you reinvest the money.
So I don't know. Is this theory or what?
No, I could completely see it, but I'm just saying if they do that, it would slightly change what we seen before, just slightly, not enough to make it like immersion breaking, but it would change it up.
Yeah, it would.
Because we got the reason before.
We did. Yeah, we did
So-
see that scene.
And you could say, oh, it was a lie. She was too hurt to say the real reason. But
Well, because the problem is there is a reason why she made them vampires.
yeah,
Like
which
an
is what we
actual
saw in the
reason,
Vampire Diaries. Yeah,
So
that's what
I
I'm.
don't
Yeah.
know.
As for the sacrifice thing, like, it makes sense. You'd go back on like, you have this. It's your fucking child.
Exactly.
It makes sense. But at the same time, you made the deal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As an adult, she knew
Was
what
she
she
an
was
adult?
risking.
I'm sure people.
That's
are getting,
true, though. We don't know exactly.
Like back
how she
then,
was.
you'd get
Yeah.
pregnant when you're
Like
like
16?
really, yeah.
So maybe
But
not.
back then, that was also considered like
Yeah.
adulthood
Yeah.
or like maturity.
Yeah. People were dying at 30.
So
Maybe she expected some, sympathy because it's her older sister. Like, wave the fucking deal or some shit. That's her older sister, right?
Actually looked like a psychopath. I
Mhm.
don't think she cared.
I'm trying to make sense of this because Freya by birth is a witch, right?
Yeah.
So she must have been on the other side, even if she, as a kid. No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
So do you think Esther brought her back?
Could be.
That'd be so sick.
Like, why would she bring
original.
back Anson but not Freya?
Oh,
Unless Dolly was after that.
Hold on. If Freya was indeed sacrificed, then that's a huge plot hole.
How?
Well, for the reason you just described, how would she not bring back her daughter?
No, but I just said the reasoning because then it would cause Dahlia to come back. Because you're like kind of negating the trade, right?
The
if you
balance. Or whatever.
Okay.
do that. Not even just
Right,
witch
right,
balance.
right.
Like that's the deal.
Yeah.
But you're bringing her back.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see that
That's
as
a
being
good
the reason.
question. So then you bring her back and then she comes and takes her again and sacrifices her again? Like, that's a good question. Hard to say.
I mean, from what we've seen, it seems a
You know
deal
what?
is a deal.
You know what? Okay. I'm going to assume that the sister's spell is definitive and it's like some next level like magic in which Freya's soul cannot come back. You know? It's got to be something like more serious than what we're used to, I feel like. Because the older sister is like, she's the real deal, right? Why would she, like, she would know about these, like, reach arounds and whatnot. So she wouldn't create the deal with that sort of framework in mind, you know?
That's true.
She wouldn't structure it in that way.
Well, I don't think she anticipated all the kids turning into vampires.
That's
Because that was
also
like a
true.
whole new thing
That's also
that came out of nowhere, right?
Mm.
That was like, oh, what the fuck is this? You know?
Oh, man.
So,
Hard to say.
but it's definitely, it's raising the questions, right? Because like the fact that we're asking these questions means that the story is doing something right
Yeah.
with the interest.
This is a good storyline.
It is.
They did really well this
Yeah.
episode,
Yeah.
honestly.
And let's talk about the other part of that,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is she was actually trying to protect
Yeah.
Klaus's baby
Mhm.
because that's the next generation.
Mhm.
And Dahlia's curse still applies.
She was trying to protect Klaus's baby with what?
Because the firstborn, right?
Yeah, firstborn, right?
No, but how was she
Just
trying to
sacrifice.
protect the baby?
Because she's going after it.
Oh, I
That's
see what you're
her
saying,
story.
because what she was trying to do was a sacrifice anyways, right?
Yeah. Are you sacrificing the baby? So
That's
that
what
she's
I
not
understood
coming?
when she said it, right?
Maybe she sacrificed
I,
it to the
I
other
thought
side.
I thought her understanding. I
Yeah.
thought what she said was, "Thank God the baby's dead. My sister isn't coming." That's what I got from that. scene.
That's exactly what I got.
Oh, that's why
Yeah.
they're. Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
misunderstood. Okay.
That's
But
what
here's the
they're
thing.
No, I
the
read that
baby
wrong.
is actually alive, and
Yeah.
the sister actually is coming.
Yeah.
But no one knows.
Okay,
because
so
it's a cover up.
Yeah, that's my bad. I misunderstood the line.
Okay.
She wasn't protecting the baby. She was making sure the baby's dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So Dahlia doesn't
Okay. Yeah.
come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
And kill all of them.
Yeah, but it's still about Dahlia.
It's all about the.
So
And-
she's coming back.
She's coming back for sure.
Oh.
Rebecca's in danger.
Oh shit.
Yo, wait, that
Uh-uh.
means we're actually getting a new original. That's crazy.
Yeah.
We got. Well, I guess technically we got 2 new originals this episode.
Does Ansel count?
Yeah, of course.
I
he
mean, yeah,
does.
yeah.
Klaus's dad.
Yeah, he counts.
Oh yeah.
How much more OG?
That's
can you
another
get?
original. We have Dahlia, bro. This
I
cast is
hope
lit right now.
Freya
Yeah.
too.
Freya.
That's a possibility.
It wouldn't work though with this.
If
story.
Freya comes back, they're probably gonna put her in like the body of an adult.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah, yeah.
If Freya
But
comes
it's like a
back,
weird dynamic because
I
like
see.
she'd be acting like a kid, unless you mature in the other side,
Oh, okay then. Yeah.
like mentally.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I don't know about
how it
that.
works.
I think either Freya doesn't come back or she comes back evil, aligned with the sister.
Well, let's talk about that. What does sacrifice actually mean in that sense? Because
They sacrifice her soul.
no, because the normal sacrifice we've seen, it's like okay,
You burn something over
yeah,
fire.
you give a life to gain some power, right?
Yeah.
But this is like so specific that like, why do you want her firstborns of every generation? Like, is that really gonna up your power level by a lot?
Mm.
Like, how much is it really gonna do? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a good question. Why the first of every generation? Why every generation?
Why not the last? Or
Is
like,
it?
Right at the middle.
Maybe it's like a renewal
The
thing.
middle child- no,
Oh,
not the middle
wait,
child.
wait, wait. Maybe it's like a renewal thing. It's
Yeah.
like you have to sacrifice the first for one generation for the next generation to,
to
be able to
maintain
have,
the power?
exactly for the next generation to be able to have kids and remain fertile. You know,
Ah.
so it's like
Oh.
sacrifice one so that for the prolongation of the line.
Okay, wait. Whoa, that makes sense. Because if they stop sacrificing, then their bloodline ends anyways. Because
Exactly.
they're not fertile?
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
If you stop sacrificing, you lose your infertility.
That means I'm dead.
What?
I'm firstborn.
Oh, I'm firstborn too. Fuck.
Me too.
Oh, we're all dead.
No.
Except Khan.
Well, technically yes, actually.
What? What'd you say?
No, technically yes, I am the firstborn.
But you're not.
No, I am.
Wait,
He is.
You're the only child, right?
You told me
I have
that.
a half sister. So
Half-sister.
from my biological mother, I am the firstborn.
She's basically Klaus. Jeez.
Yeah,
Call it Klaus.
I am Klaus. I got the K too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last thing I wanted to say. The Klaus scene with Esther.
Did you say the Klaus scene or the Klausing?
Klaus scene.
The Klausing, sure.
Yeah, the new verb,
Yeah,
Klausing.
Klausing. His scene with his mother. That brings out a lot of character development, I think. I mean, we always knew he cared about the child, but it was like before it always seemed like he's doing this out of duty and like because of Haley, like, oh
Yeah.
I have to do this.
Like
I'm the father.
responsibility, yeah.
it's my job to do it.
Yeah.
But I think this is the first time we saw just pure rage.
Passion.
Mm-hmm. He just wants to be left alone, bro, from his fucking parents.
Yeah.
You know, that's all it is.
And I think that scene hit deep because that brought out the true motivation for all the hate.
It did.
Yeah.
Klaus is I don't know, man. I'm liking his character. the past
Yeah, he's getting
few
better.
episodes. He's
Yeah.
getting a lot better. He's not
Mhm.
whiny anymore. I think he has his purpose. He knows what he wants, and he's getting it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was actually gonna kill her at the end. And she's
Yeah, me
gonna
too.
come
For a
back.
second, I was like, wait, is
Uh,
this
This
it?
guy gonna kill
I guess
his
he
mom?
didn't because she would have swapped. So
Yeah.
like it's kind of pointless. You're just wasting energy.
That is what he
Yeah.
said though. Is whenever you swap, I'll just kill you every single time. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind the swap because I don't know what the hell happened to the actor in this episode, but her eyebrows.
It was
started
just that one
malfunctioning.
scene though.
It wasn't. I stopped complaining about it because it was getting annoying,
Oh.
and I kept saying it. But I swear, the whole episode, from when I started complaining onwards, it does not stop.
what's wrong with her eyebrows?
So she goes up.
They
and
were
she
over.
squints. She
Like
she
this.
goes like this, and she goes like this.
It was over. Yeah.
But it's
Madison.
every much time she goes.
That's why.
Yeah. She's old.
You guys didn't get the joke when I said Hermione?
No, because
I got it.
That's a top tier joke.
It was. It was perfect. It was the only. It's the only other time you could have possibly used that correctly.
Yeah.
Like it was perfect.
No, because I didn't even notice that. I wasn't
I
looking at
didn't
her
notice it,
eyebrows.
yeah.
Now, if you see it, you will not.
Like
be
her
able to
eyebrows
see
are
it.
so far up her head, you see the lines.
She goes up and then
Really?
down,
You
and then
haven't
up and then
noticed?
down.
Like this.
But multiple
No, I
times.
just
in a
noticed
sentence.
it in that one scene where they're like outside, going in. But I mean, I'll
It'd be
let
hard to
it's a
unsee it.
small thing.
Yeah. Anyways, if she switches.
Overall,
bodies,
she
I
did
don't
good.
mind.
I think. Like, she
Oh,
did-
100%.
Way better than
the
the
last one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way better.
Come on.
Yeah,
Definitely.
So, okay, thanks for watching our reaction for the originals. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, comment down below your thoughts, and remember to subscribe for future uploads. And we'll see you in the next video. Peace.